What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Man, it's going to get crazy. Listen, we have a game against the Commanders this weekend, Sunday, and that's the off season. The off season hasn't even gotten here, and shit is already off the chain. It is literally off the chain. I mean, it's like we're going to be hearing a lot of because we don't know what the hell's going on. So here's my thing. We've got Mike McCarthy as a dead man walking, right? Possibly. Or we believe in him and we're going to bring him back. I don't know. I just was uploading right now as we speak. You know, rumors are that Mike McCarthy may, if he's not getting a new contract, will make himself available for some of these jobs that are currently open. We've got the Carolina Panthers, we got the Jets, we got the Bears, and, you know, it could be that Jacksonville opens up. It could be the Cowboys open up. You know, Black Monday is a real thing, and that will be Monday, and we'll be snowing here. So it'll be nice. You know, maybe we'll have the camera so we can look outside. You know, the weather outside is frightful. Okay, sorry. So here's the thing. It has been my thing all along. I have no problem with ever improving your situation. I don't. I think it's a great thing. But change just to say we're going to do something different just to change, and you're not putting yourself in a better position, you might as well stick with it. Because, see, here's what I do. We're talking about Mike McCarthy here, right? Before I buy a new tool, okay, here I have kind of like my own criteria. First of all, is that tool going to make my life easier? 2, is it going to make the job better? 3, will it make more money for me and pay for itself? If that tool meets those 3 criteria, and one other one I will say is, does that tool have potential to grow and do more than what I needed to do today? If it meets those 4 criteria, doesn't matter what it costs. Doesn't matter what it costs. I bought a CNC machine, although I'm not using it to its potential, but it opened up different things that I can do, okay? I could not do this right here on a piece of wood, this carving. I can't do that. I mean, I guess I could try and spend weeks trying to carve that out and guarantee it's not going to look like that, but that machine can. It can cut out cabinets and things like that. So I can just literally put a sheet of plywood down. It's going to cut it out and be ready to be assembled. So it doesn't matter what it costs because it'll pay for itself. It'll make me have to work less and it'll make me look better. That's what you do. You don't go out and say, let me spend a whole bunch of money to buy something that's going to take you backwards. That's not as good as what you have. Unless the one you have is broken and you have to replace it. Now that's a different story altogether. So we've heard Albert Breer say that Mike McCarthy, if he does not get a contract extension, will make himself available with the Bears specifically. That may be the one he's eyeing. Although I'm going to say, being, going to the NFC North right now, when you're staring up at the Lions and the Vikings and Green Bay, I mean, you got 3 teams that are so far better than you. It's going to be really hard for the Bears to make some noise. Be that as it may, we're hearing now that Kliff Kingsbury, another one of those targets that the Cowboys might look at, may also be looking at the Bears. So let's be clear here. There's only so many guys you look at and say, yeah, that's a good guy. Now we got Deion Sanders, who says, I ain't leaving. You may have a job opening in New York, okay, with the Giants. We know what the Jets there is, and we're already hearing rumors about Mike Vrabel going there to the Jets. So my point on all this is Kliff Kingsbury is one of those guys that, Jerry Jones has said, I like that. Hey, hey, Kliff Kingsbury, he's a great offensive mind. Yeah, okay. He kind of failed with Arizona, but be that as it may, he's getting some love. So what I'm saying is the pool of people that you look at that might make a difference for your team may not be there, and the choices may not be there. So if you are going to go ahead and go and let go of Mike McCarthy, and you have somebody out there that you think is good, because Ben Johnson is out there too, and some people think he's perfectly suited to go to Jacksonville, and he's already basically turned down $13 million to go to the Commanders. When we're paying Mike McCarthy $4 million, do you think Jerry Jones wants to pay that kind of money to a coach? No. And he's basically said, I want an organization that I'm working hand in hand with the GM, and that a GM and front office will admit to the mistakes in the past so we can move forward. That shit ain't happening. So back to my original premise. Who are you going to get? You're not going to entice them with more money than anywhere else. I mean, I know that you can build your media brand with the Cowboys, but I don't know if you want to do that as a coach. So, yeah, the Cowboys could go ahead and mess around and wait a week or two with Mike McCarthy, have him, Mike McCarthy, unlike Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett, I think Jason Garrett still had some time on his contract, and so he had to come to work. Mike McCarthy, you ain't got a contract, bro. You gonna come in and you're not under contract? Oh boy. And nothing would be worse than if the Cowboys sat around and waited to get this thing done. And when they finally decide we don't want or Mike McCarthy says, I'm out. And then you're sitting here looking and saying, who are we going to get? Mike Zimmer, I don't think Mike Zimmer wants to be the head coach. He's already kind of looked like, I did this for my memory for my son. He might end up with somebody like Josh McDaniels for his third go-round in the NFL. Because literally, Jerry Jones messed around and waited too damn long. So, that's where we are. That's where we are with the Cowboys. We are going. I'm glad it's going to be cold next week. I'm going to make a big pot of chili or have some soup. And I'm just going to be sitting camped out right here as all this shit falls apart. Peace.